Right now, in the waters just south of Spain and Portugal, a strange and concerning phenomenon is unfolding. Orca whales, the ocean's apex predators, are attacking boats. They're primarily bumping them and breaking their rudders, in something which has been described as coordinated attacks. In fact, recently, they've even sank another ship, adding to the 2 other reported orca whale sinkings in just the last couple of years. And according to Rui Alves, who launched a website to track these attacks last year, the number of them are rising rapidly, with Alves telling PBS during an interview, quote, "We are having 1 incident every day on average. There are days where we have 2 or 3. So why are the orcas attacking? Well, the short answer is, no one really knows. Some experts believe that the orcas have been taught to do this, imitating a killer whale known as White Gladys. She was hit by a boat a few years ago. Now she travels with a pod of other orcas that are attacking boats. Authorities have now tracked some 500 orca attacks on boats since 2020 alone. Mankind's impact on the world is more apparent than ever. But while we're starting to see the grander effects of global warming on our own habitats, the way we've been changing many animals' habitats is affecting them as well. According to new research, it's actually making many mammal species larger. And this is not at all what scientists expected. According to Science Alert, it's smaller animals that favor warmer environments, as they're more energy efficient. But urban areas that are ever encroaching on the habitats of animals, definitely retain more heat. But there seems to be a bigger contributor to animal size and temperature, and that's food availability. Mammals in urban environments have an abundant amount of food waste from humans that is continuously replenished and available. Here's what biodiversity informatics researcher from the Florida Museum, Robert Goralnik, had to say about the situation. But urbanization represents this new disturbance of the natural landscape that didn't exist thousands of years ago. It's important to recognize that it's having a huge impact. This is changing the way researchers say we should now look at animal evolution over time, with mankind's impact becoming a more tangible influencer all the time. There are few snakes as feared as the rattlesnake, but according to a new study, they might be sweeter and more affectionate creatures than you might have guessed. This is Earth and Biological Sciences professor William Hayes, who has studied snakes for years.
It seemed to me that driving down a mountain with rattlesnakes, if I had more than one in a bucket, they were quieter.
So he and his team decided to test why that might be the case, attaching electrodes to rattlesnakes to measure their stress levels. And what they found was that when rattlesnakes were accompanied by others of their kind, their stress baselines were lower than when alone. Here's one of the researchers, PhD candidate Chelsea Martin, to explain.
Well, it tells us that when they are with another snake, that they can reduce their stress response, which, as Bill said, has never been reported in reptiles before. And, this is something that humans do as well.
She adds this is key in really driving home that other species, even ones that don't seem that social, aren't much different with regards to stress responses than humans. And that's a big change for rattlesnakes in particular. As Dr. Hayes says, they were previously thought of as being more like robots, simply responding to stimuli without emotion.
Ooh, those rattlesnakes sure do look affectionate and cuddly. Hey, I got a good idea. I dare you to hug one. See what happens. Speaking of animals you shouldn't be hugging, sharks. Now let's get you to the answer to that quiz. How many teeth can a shark grow in a lifetime? Is it 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, or 50,000? The answer is 50,000. That's a lot of teeth.